Hi guys, Lex here from Flowbros Coaching, Perth, WA, and we're just taking a look at Kaity today and looking for some subtle changes to her stroke. Katie's going for her second solo crossing Rottnest, has had one successful one and looking to improve on her time and efficiency through the water. And I guess no matter what level you're at, it's always a good idea to take a look and see what's going on underwater, really break down the stroke and see if you can make a few subtle changes to your technique. So strong propulsive leg kick there, excellent timing and rhythm of the stroke, beautiful body position, head position, staying really still. Just check out that in the bottom shot there. We can just see how still her head is and relaxed her neck is. Her body rotates around that really well. Often see excessive head movement. Just see how that body rolls around. Perfect. Good exhalation, bilateral breathing, no problem. And yeah, strong propulsive leg kick. Initially, Ross and I are really impressed at how Katie's swimming. There is a couple of things we think that Kaity can work on, so we'll just address those here. First of all is the thumb entry. So doing this on both arms, so we can just see here the top shot there. So that hand entering thumb first. We'll just bring that up on the bottom one too. We can see the hands really quite probably 90 degrees. So we really want the hand to come in fingers first, this way. So driving out straight out in front of the shoulder, our fingertips first, and spearing down to the bottom of the pool. So I guess reducing the risk of injury. So thumb first entries can be a cause of shoulder impingement, shoulder problems. So it does twist the corkscrew around and get into quite a good body line. The wrist does stay below the elbow and the elbow below the shoulder, and driving down then. Same on the other side, so we've got that thumb entry coming through. It tends to sort of corkscrew around on some of the strokes, not all, into a sort of a braking position. So slight upward movement of the hand there, just subtle sort of braking of the so kind of like that's kind of like putting the brakes on your stroke. So there'd be a dead spot if you were to measure the speed there of the stroke. That stroke's quite good, so a great body line there, great arm position. So we've got wrist below the elbow below the shoulder, and driving down towards the bottom of the pool. So if the finesse paddles here are really good to use, with the ones with the fin on the bottom, and what that tends to do is if your hand is offline or if you have a slight crossover, it pulls your hand completely offline and it feels really uncomfortable to swim. So it forces you to drive forward and push your fingertips forward. So I think a key drill here would probably overemphasize the entry, so maybe even slightly pinky first, and really just concentrate on trying to straighten out that hand entry. So moving on, we're going to look at the catch here. So Christie's swimming around about 145, 140, 145 CSS and about 133, 130, 133 threshold pace. So reasonably quick swimmer. So catch arms are key in power. So we really want to develop that by lifting the elbow up higher and getting a better angle on that lower arm there. So we basically want between 100 and 120 degrees. So it is variable depending on the arm position. Hand is also sort of floating around outside the elbow, so really kind of want that inside. and pulling from your shoulder straight down to your hip, just a stronger position. So your arm, let's clean that up a bit. So your upper arm would be here, forearm and hand and fingertips pointing down. Fingertips are closed and hands nice and tight together there. But yeah, I would just say bring that in slightly and try and subtly reduce that angle, that elbow angle. Taking a look at the right arm, same kind of thing, not too bad, probably about 140 degrees. A bit better than that, 135, 130. So say 130, 140. So we kind of want, as I say, between 100 and 120 degrees. So somewhere in that range would be ideal. So seemingly you have got a reasonable catch. I think what's happening there is when you're turning to breathe, is you've just kind of over time just forgotten about that, and you tend to prop your head up. So if we go back to look at the top shot there, we can see coming in, here we go. So turning to breathe, propping the head up so the hand comes a little flatter through there, and the arm's a little straighter, rather than bending the arm and getting over the barrel and getting into that catch position sooner. So they're really the two main focuses there. I think everything else is looking very good, and yeah, perhaps some drills, long dog, sculling drills to develop your catch arms and elbows a little bit more, and just focusing on that straight arm out in front, and then yeah, they should be the main two. But yeah, good swimming.